Get my water, man. Talk about these sorry mother. Boy, I hope they get a nice draft pick. Top 10, make the draft real fun this year, huh? Had to take my sip, man, to talk about these sorry. Had to take my sip, man. Oh, man. Who we picking? Shoot, man. Hey, man. Anybody? I ain't started looking yet. I'm starting early this year. I'm starting early this year. Usually I start by what? When do we start? Like end of January, maybe early February, and we just grind it out. I mean, late January, early February. I'm thinking I'm starting probably December. I think we're gonna have to go to work. I just be trying to wait till everybody get declared first, you know. But because I made one mistake. It was a couple years ago. I started doing Blake Corum a year before he was coming out because I thought he was coming out. That was my only mistake. But I had a scouting report already made, though. And it was the same thing for the year after, so I didn't have to do that. Oh, man. Yeah, Mozzie's soft as hell, man. Hey, look, in that draft, they for sure going to have to go ahead and draft inside out on that defense. Ah, but yeah, man, they got a whole lot of needs. But they got needs everywhere. There's the only position that they may. I'm trying to think. Shit, they need every position, dog. Dog, they need every position. This ain't no 1 year fix. I tell you that they need every position. Unless you get a coordinator in and you can build something. If they could spend a lot of money and hit on a lot of draft picks, I mean, cool. But knowing the Dallas Cowboys, they ain't doing none of that. There ain't no. I'm a draft Dak Prescott and get Ezekiel Elliott in the first round and we're gonna protect the sorry ass defense. That ain't happening. With the run game. Because, Zeke protected Dak in that defense. Because that defense was sorry. It was sorry early in the year. If y'all can remember from that Pittsburgh game, when we had to go ahead and score in that game when it was Zeke, that defense was sorry then. So the signs was then there. And the signs is there now. But let's speak on this game, though, man. Guess what? Guess what? How about that Cooper Rush, though? How about that Cooper Rush, though? Huh? Man, it was sounding like a library or something. Hey, this ain't the fault of Cooper Rush, I'll tell you that. This ain't the fault of quarterback play, I'll tell you that. Cooper Rush did what he's supposed to do. He pretty much led you to about 4 or 5 potential scoring drives. So how about that Cooper Rush, though? Hey, looked a whole lot better, even with that so-called noodle arm they want to talk about. Noodle arm was slinging that thing, especially that, hey, look, that Turpin touchdown. Hey, that Turpin touchdown with that would have been a first down. That wouldn't have been no touchdown because he would have threw it behind him. So they would have caught up to that boy. And it's sad that, in an ass whooping, we got to sit over there and get fired up about about quarterback play that still at the end of the day didn't get us no dub, but it was still a whole lot better. And if there was a couple plays that didn't happen, like that idiotic ass play with Tyler Guyton, and that motherfucker was tucking that thing, and that man thought he was Emmitt Smith the way he was tucking that thing. I was like, you a big good. And then when he fell, I'm like, boy, you goofy. Man, fall on the ball, man. Let's go. Dumbass boy, man. That was stupid. That was dumb. I know a lot of people, man, is gonna look at Mike McCarthy in regards to him going for it when he could have took the 3. I ain't gonna lie, I was for him going for it, so I'm not gonna personally criticize him. But if you do, I understand it. I understand you criticizing him for that play. Because you could look at it. I looked at it as, hey, look, we sorry. We ain't winning nothing. Uh, you know, going with the current state of this offense, if if it get down to a certain thing where we need some firepower, we ain't gonna have it. So, I mean, I agree with the decision. I don't know about y'all, but I definitely agree with the decision. Hold up, let me look at this thing. Appreciate that 199 Dallas fan. Appreciate that. He said all hope is gone forever. Yeah, man. He said Diggs soft as hell. Hell yeah. I seen people crying about that whole call. Hey, man. Diggs, man, when it came down to Diggs got I seen the running back put that pass on Diggs for about another 3 yards. I seen Diggs not having outside contain. They claiming he was holding. But if you wasn't being a sucker, you'd have been able to hold the edge, and Joe Mixon wouldn't have had the chunk yards. So I ain't trying to hear none of that. You know, it's part of the game, man. Be physical, go hard or go home, man. And we got a lot of people on this team, man, that need to go home because they soft. And Diggs is one of them. You know, he's soft, man. Like I said, hey, I'll be honest with you. You know, the play that he's giving you and his coverage ability, you could have got that for cheaper. I'll just be honest with you. Hey, look, if the Chiefs is willing to get rid of a cover corner that's better than him, man to man wise, and they said we don't need to pay you, and they shipped them to Tennessee and ain't missing a beat, you telling me that this above average cover corner and this sorry ass tackler, we couldn't have got that again? Man, we could have got that again for much cheaper, man. You, like I said, if I'm gonna pay a corner, you best to be sticky icky. And he not sticky icky. He, like I said, he a solid corner, but he not sticky icky, man. He not sticky icky. Not at all. Bland was missing. Lewis was missing. Hey, look, from what I seen, Israel Mukwamu, he played solid from what I seen, the plays that I seen, especially that play he made against the run in the red zone. You know, we looking at Zimmer like, man, what the hell going on? Like, why he ain't been balling? Why you ain't been playing this man? Especially over our sorry ass rookie Carson. Come on, G. Man, look, the defense did all they could in regards to that. They did give this offense a chance to do it, but the offense couldn't do it. There was a few calls by Mike McCarthy that was questionable. Like I said, me personally, I'm not gonna question him. I'm going for it. After we got that penalty after the field goal, I'm not gonna question him personally. So you won't hear it from me. But like I said, if other people do, then I understand, because I do get where y'all coming from if y'all do question that. But me personally, I was for going for it. We missed that other field goal in regards to I guess he's slipping. So that wasn't good. So that would have been a 16-20 game, and who knows what could have happened. You know, there were some calls that were going our way that because we trashed, we couldn't take advantage of it. And then I'm asking this question. I'm asking this question right here. Why is Mingo not playing more? Man, it's clear as day that you're not going to do nothing this season. We've been knew that for quite some time, that you wasn't going to do nothing this season. And other teams have acquired wide receivers later on in the week than we did. And it's been a week, and he plays minimum snaps. Like, what we doing here, man? You know, he needs to ball. He needs to be on it. So let's go down the list, man. Offensive line as a unit, I thought they played solid today. You know, of course, still going to give up his usual sacks and pressure, you know, especially toward when it's time to go ahead in that third quarter and that fourth quarter. He gonna give it up, man. He gonna give it up. What's that one song? Baby, give it all to me. Hey, man, he gonna give it up. So, it is what it is. From what I've seen, Tyler Guyton plays solid other than that dumbass play he hit. And then his dumbass got hurt after he went to do that dumbass play. Like, that was overall, that was just stupid. If I was in the film session, I'm getting on that boy Shut Tuck. You know better than that. Like, what the hell you doing? And then, it ain't like it came from behind and yacked it out. The man sit over there and punched it out when you're looking at him, and you still trying to make a play like you ain't running a 5.340 or something. What you doing, man? That was dumb. For sure, that was dumb. Zach Martin, let's just face it, he done for. He done for. He's been getting his ass whooped every week. I can sit over there and show you tape where he giving up plays for the past month, getting his ass whooped, overextended, getting whooped by club moves, getting whooped by that back in the day he would get whooped. Hey, he has checked out. It's over with. If they want to go ahead and try to get one more year, think they going to push for something, hey, I don't know. Hey, it is what it is, but it's over with. So you need to be thinking about replacing Zach Martin. It's over with. It's over with, man. Rico Dowdle, hey, y'all know my stance on him. That's just an average running back that's just doing the best that he can. But there ain't nothing spectacular about that boy. In a game like this, I'd have loved to see Deuce Vaughn get some love to try to get some explosion going on, to try to get, a little something going on. Because this offense, even though Cooper Rush to me, I don't care what nobody's saying. I think to anybody that got some common sense know that Cooper Rush played a solid game today. But I think that having Deuce Vaughn would have been better, especially when you lost J-Hop. And I also want to put this out there. Cooper Rush made some below average ass tight ends look very functional today. Spanford and Schoonmaker was actually looking like quality tight ends today against a good defense. So what does that tell me? That also tells me everything I need to see about the quarterback play. I even see Turpin actually get used in a way that he was supposed to get used a few times, especially on that pass where he took it to the crib. That's what you want. A chance for him to go ahead and whoop ass one-on-one and do what he do, which is get in space and see if he can get a big play, which he did. To me, overall, the play calling didn't look all the way bad. It looked pretty solid. So guess what that also tells me? You got a quarterback that makes the play calling look worse than what it is. We just got to keep it a buck. We got to keep it a buck. And I'm talking about foe. This game right here, look, the Texans, even though their offense is not good, right? I told y'all about C.J. Stroud in regards to, I seen some Dak Prescott in that boy. He's just like a more accurate Dak Prescott to me. I seen Dak Prescott in that boy. If y'all remember, I actually gave him a comparison to Dak Prescott as a floor, I believe. I said a floor is Dak Prescott. A floor is Dak Prescott. And I seen some Dak Prescott in that boy. People ain't going to sit over there and realize it, but I seen it in that boy, Dak Prescott. But either way, he did what he's supposed to do, which is come out with a victory. Zeke getting garbage time. To me, man, I'm catching fades in that locker room. How dare you? I'm Ezekiel Elliott, God damn it. What you mean you gonna sit over there and give me garbage time yards like I'm some scrub ass boy? I'm one of the better Cowboy running backs that ever come through here. You giving me garbage time? Come on, G. And like I said, even with Zeke losing 2 to 3 steps, I think he a better running back than Rico Dowdle right now. I'm just being honest. Dowdle ain't got no burst. Zeke ain't got no burst. Zeke got better IQ. Zeke is going to make a few more plays, especially in between the tackles that I think Rico Dowdle will. Rico Dowdle, to me, is not good. I don't care how much these people try to go ahead and convince others and try to convince me that Rico Dowdle is a good running back. He is not. He suck. He suck. What did he do today? Granted, that was a solid defense. Like I said, probably one of the better defense, if not the best defense. And if I'm being honest with you, I think that defense is better than that Baltimore Ravens defense, especially looking at on film, especially what they got, the quality players. I think it's better than the Baltimore Ravens defense, right? Let's look at CD. Hey, CD, he did make a couple plays, but it wasn't on Stingley. Stingley had you on lockdown, my boy. That's from what I've seen. Hey, look, we're going to go back to the play, but from what I've seen, you ain't want no smoke with Stingley. Especially on that weak-ass double move that you try to do in the red zone, my boy. You ain't want no smoke with Stingley if we just keep it in the buck. Every soft ass at some time we need to get rid of every soft ass cotton player on this team. Diggs need to be on the first charter flight out of here. Hey, I'm with you on that. Trust me, I'm with you on that, family. I really am. I really am. But hey, if we're being honest, CD soft as cotton too. So I mean, hey, do we give up you know what I mean? Do we give up a talented? Because on that pick, CD got bumped. He got bumped, man, and that's where that pick came from. And you get physical with CD, it's proven that boy don't want no smoke. You know, talented receiver as he may be, and we knew that he needed to be in motion like what Amon-Ra St. Brown did with the Lions against Stingley. Because, look, Stingley ain't no joke, man. Stingley plays some ball. I mean, we discussed that already. Stingley wasn't no joke, and that was one of the matchups that needed to be won, and we were watching today. And he didn't win that matchup. And that was a matchup that needed to be won if this offense was going to get anything. Because you got to look at it. CD was the only one there today. J-Hop is hurt. He got hurt early on. Cooks was gone. He gone. Tolbert can't get no separation to save his ever-loving life. So what do you have? Spanton Ford? Schoonmaker? Rico Dowdle? So you telling me that Cooper Rush, with just one weapon that the Texans was going to do their best to take away, was able to go ahead and give the Cowboys a shot? Come on, man. Hey, y'all was trying to give your boy a hard time last week. Let's have the conversation this week if you must. Let's have that conversation. Let's have that conversation, man. It wasn't, you know. But like I said, I understand. You know, hey, we gonna bracket CD when he ain't there, and when CD there on Stingley, shoot, we gonna one-on-one him. Stingley can play. If we had a cornerback like Stingley, I think things would be different. You know, and I'm not saying this season would be different, but you know, the way you cover and the way that you go about defense would be different. Like I said, Diggs ain't sticky icky. Diggs got good ball skills and he's a solid cover corner, but he is not sticky icky. And that boy is straight cotton soft. I mean, sour man. Bread pudding soft. I'm soft, man. Soft. Come on. Come on, man. He said Diggs make T.I. look like Ray Lewis. Hey, I agree with you on that, man. Diggs is soft as hell, man. Hell yeah. If anybody sit over there and try to disagree that boy Diggs ain't soft as hell, I don't know what to tell you. Because I don't see other corners, you know what I mean, that's supposed to be at his status other than maybe Sauce Gardner. Because that boy soft as cotton too with his tackling. But Sauce Gardner is a better cover corner than CD in regards to the man-on-man department. You know? So, I don't know what to tell, man. Hey, this thing rough. This thing is rough. You know? The tackling is rough. The pursuit is rough. The IQ is rough. The discipline on that defense is rough. Donovan Wilson playing football is rough. It's very rough. We was out there, man, like I said. I know people trying to give Zim a lot of flack, but Zim, with what he got, with the mentality that he got, with the type of players that he got, is not calling a bad defense. He's actually doing the best that he can. He's actually giving you shots. Like, you had a shot today with what you had. But, oh, 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 oh. Will the Cowboy content creators please come to the front? Will the Cowboys content creators please come to the front? Last week you was talking all that stuff about how number 11, this defense, he makes his defense so much better. When all this boy was doing was sack hunting today, because his boy C.J. Stroud was there. All you seen that he was doing was sack hunting today. Remember when I told you, hey, he going against a solid tackle in Laramie Tunsil. What did he do? Clamp. Barbecue chicken on the right side. When I say barbecue chicken, I mean, come on, folks. It was some barbecue chicken out there on that right side. He got clamped. I don't even remember the right tackle name. I just know that right side was Scrubs when looking at the film. You got clamped by Scrubs. Talking about he had 10 pressures. Bro, Micah's presence was not felt today at all. He was out there getting cardio. Did you see him do anything in the run game? There was times, I'll be honest with you, when they isolated him on live camera, on live, and I've seen him go against that right tackle, especially when he was trying to go ahead and rip underneath. Bro, if he just go ahead and just use just a itty bitty chance of some hands, just wax on and wax off, Micah had 3-4 sacks today. And the game will be probably just a tad bit different too. But because he is a speed rusher that can't get the edge on scrub-ass tackles, he was a second and a half late. He worried about trying to get a fade with Jake Paul instead of trying to get a fade with Laramie Tunsil. Hey, look, when you see that dumbass PFF or whatever you call that thing, don't believe none of that. Micah ain't do shit today. Micah ain't do shit today. Bro, I'm looking at that boy today. I ain't look at that boy last week, but I was looking at that boy today. The same Micah like we always knew. And this man, and this is who we talking about, breaking the bag to? Hell no. We gonna break a bag to that? Bro, he a scrub. He literally can't whoop scrubs. This was like the Zach Tom of all the linemen. This was the Zach Tom of all the linemen, and he couldn't win his matchups. That boy should have had 3-4 sacks. He had barbecue chicken, but the boy was looking vegan today. They say Micah, the right tackle, wanted beef. He said, nah, none to stay. I'm a vegan today. Hey, Micah was up in his motherfucker talking about cure. And that boy was out there, man. Just take a breath. He out there doing yoga on the field. That boy is straight bona fide scrub, man. Hey man, people can't see that boy bona fide scrub. I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't know what to tell you. if you can't see that that boy 11 is a bona fide scrub. Send him and Mozzie Smith ass packing. Bro, they suck. They suck. The only thing other than, like I said, other than that dumbass move that Guyton did, I was with the performance that he had today. He went against some good rushers today. And he did a solid job from what I've seen. I even seen him get some push in the run game at times. So that's getting better. He's getting better, Cowboy Nation. He won't be Tyron Smith. So if you thinking that boy gonna be Tyron Smith, stop thinking it. He'll never give you Tyron Smith production. But the boy got good feet, and when he gets stronger, he could be a very good left tackle for you. He'll probably make some Pro Bowls too. If we can get the offensive line coach to get his potential, beef him up, get him stronger, he can give you a couple Pro Bowls. He got Pro Bowl feet. And he don't lose confidence quick. Because him earlier in the season, a lot of people in that position would have folded, but he didn't. You know, Terrence Steele even probably could have folded, but Terrence Steele, when he had them terrible ass season, I think when he was playing left tackle, terrible. You know, but he bounced back and had a good season after that. But he is who he is. Just okay. You know, if he leave Dallas, he'll probably start somewhere else, but he ain't all that. He a better run tackle, like we've been saying, and just a tad bit okay pass blocking tackle. That ain't somebody that I give the bag to. I can pay him, but that's not somebody that I sit over there and pay like he's one of the best, though. That's where the problem is at. That's where the problem is at. You know, that right side is a problem. My rookies, they doing what they do. Like I said, Tim Settle, I don't know if people understand about Tim Settle. I remember Tim Settle, I believe in Virginia Tech, if I'm not mistaken. Tim Settle coming out had all the potential in the world to be very good. Very good. Some quickness. Tim Settle's good. He just injuries, situations, and probably him too. You know, and most likely him. But Tim Settle, with this team, is playing some good football. He even got that sack on Cooper Rush. So he not no scrub. So him being inside, Cooper Beebe, from what I've seen, he did pretty good. Now, I know people probably was disappointed in the way we ran the football, but you shouldn't be. Because the Lions couldn't really run the football on this team. So if the Lions couldn't sit over there and run the football with that offensive line they got, what makes you think that we was going to run the football with this team? It wasn't going to happen, you know. Now, sticking with the run, that was going to be very hard with the circumstances. Now, throwing the ball damn near 50 times, if I'm not mistaken, I mean, that's probably a little bit too much for Cooper Rush, because if Cooper Rush throw the ball about 35 times or less, that's a recipe that the Cowboys probably got a good chance to win. But if he's throwing the ball the way that he's throwing the ball, like damn near 50 times, you're not gonna win the football. You ain't gonna win the football like that. You ain't gonna win the football games like that. Ferg Overshown. Yeah, T-Dub. Yeah. We some trash for sure. We some trash for sure. For sure. Yeah, shoot. I only like probably a couple players too, man. If I had to tell you who I rock with, I rock with Overshown, Tyler Schmidt. Damn, for me to even have to think about this is maybe Ghostin. Ghostin doing okay for that rotation. Maybe Ghostin. Of course, I guess I got to rock with my boy, man, that I was got into it with many people in with draft. I guess I got to rock with Guyton since I stood over there and said so. You know, A lot riding on that boy. You know, I said he was the best coming out, so a lot riding on that boy. But yeah, there ain't too many players that I rock with either, man. And the cool thing about it is you ain't even got to be talented for me to rock with you. You just got to be somebody that'll play hard and do your job, man. And we don't even got players that play hard all the time and do their job. Like even with the defense, even like look, that Texans offense is not good. Not good at all. It's not good. Like I was saying, like, and I'm gonna be honest with you, because if you remember, man, a lot of these people was talking about Bobby Slowick, on how he was some hellified offensive coordinator. And I said, and y'all remember when I was watching the Lions, I made this statement. I was like, I know people talking about Bobby Slowick, but I don't see it. I think Ben Johnson is a better coordinator. And ever since I said that, them little content creators been running with it ever since. But it's the truth though. And look, that man hides deficiencies. Ben Johnson. Slowick ain't hide no deficiencies over there in Houston. He gonna do a whole bunch of motion. And like I said, that thing is gonna go ahead and ride or die with Joe Mixon. That's just what it is, man. They gonna ride with Joe Mixon. That team ain't gonna really do nothing this year, y'all. You know, good defense, but it ain't gonna really. That's why they had to get so many weapons. That's why they had to go get Diggs and Collins and Tank Dell and Schultz. Man, that man had weapons, and look what that offense is doing. This and a lot of that is not really all on Slowick. That's that quarterback too. I'm telling you, that quarterback, he cool, but he ain't all that. So if you're thinking about paying that boy the bag, he ain't no playmaker. He just somebody that just probably just get the job done, you know. But he ain't all that. First year he could. See, that's why I say we got to be careful with how you judge these quarterbacks in their first year, because that first year that's cool. But when we get down to that second and third and that fourth year, when that tape is out, when it's time for different circumstances, that's when things, you know, you showing what you really about. And this is C.J. Stroud's second year. He pretty much showing you what he about. He'll throw some things on the money. Like I said, I think to me, he's like a more accurate Dak Prescott. If I'm being honest with you, he's a more accurate Dak Prescott. He gonna always throw you one or two, which he did today. And he probably should have threw us about 2-3 more, but we wasn't ready for that. But it is what it is, man. Look, this team ain't gonna do nothing, y'all. So, top 10 it is. You know, like I said, I thought that this team will probably win 8 games, but it's not looking like it's 8 games. So, it's probably looking more on the 5 end. The 5 end. At maximum, maybe 6. So that's something that we can get a top, for sure we can get a top 10, top 8, top 7, 5. Man, if we can get that, oh man, things is gonna change. Things is gonna change. And I'm not saying that the Cowboys organization is gonna change, but how we look at this draft is gonna change, you know? Because now we picking at the front of the thing. And now we get into the territory where, hey, yeah, you pick Monzy early on, but you can kind of try to recover from that. But if you mess up a top 10 pick, top 5 pick, man, it's going to be a little tougher for you to try to recover from that, you know? So we really going to do some due diligence, you know, this year. And I know people on that Genty, and since we're talking about it, would I go running back in the first round? I would go running back in the first round. I would. I'm not saying that they will, and I'm saying that that's what will be what it is. But as far as strategy, would I do it? Yeah, I would. I would, especially if you wanted the ones that can put points on the board, that can make some plays. I would. Like I said, we wanted Bijan. We wanted Bijan when he was coming out. And look what Bijan did. Bijan gave you that work. Bijan make a hell of a lot difference, especially when you got a quarterback. See, people were judging Bijan because he had a bum-ass quarterback. But when you got a quarterback that's functional like Kirk Cousins, you see what Bijan to do for that offense. And a running back over here could do a lot for this offense, especially with BB getting another year. Guyton growing. You got Tyler Schmidt. I'm pretty sure you're probably gonna keep Steele another year, probably. Zach Martin. I'm looking to shipping that boy. He done for. He checked out. He ain't the same. He's not the same. I'm looking at him. He ain't the same no more. You know, and you paid him. You got punked for you to pay him. Jerry got punked to pay him. Now look, he ain't even giving you a good ROI. Shame on you, Jerry. Shame on you, Jerry, for paying a box safety that money to do nothing. You paid a box safety. I know I got that video. That video is still up. I was against Gallup and that box safety, Wilson. I was against that. Now look, Gallup ain't here, and Wilson is probably his last year. Pointless. You could have went to go get an Andre Cisco or something if you wanted that. Box safety's always going to come. If you're going to spend some money, you should have spent it on somebody like Jesse Bates or something. A real coverage safety. We ain't got that. Malik Hooker, hey, look, I know he had that pick, but I seen some sorry-ass run fits from him. Sorry-ass run fits. Malik Hooker be soft and run when it come down to his run fits. No lie, he be soft in his run fits. Wilson, slow and wild. He's put into more coverage positions, which that ain't it. Like the smartest thing Quinn did was have him play up. That's when he was at his best. When he's around the line of scrimmage. Anything going back, Wilson ain't it. And the fact that Zimmer, you looked at that film and you looked at the tape and you still put him in positions to cover, boy, what you doing, Zim? Boy, what is you looking at? What is you looking at? That don't make no sense, man. It really don't. It don't make no sense, man. You said bald head. Maybe tomorrow. I get cut up tomorrow, so maybe tomorrow, John Smith. If you want, John Smith, you can call in and you can let me know how I don't know what I'm talking about. Cause I don't run from no smoke. Hey, if anybody want to call in, where my speaker at? If you want to call in and let me know how I don't know what I'm talking about and how delusional I am, you more than welcome to call in. I'll give you the number right now and let me know something. It's about time, man, that y'all be having all these big ass disagreements with me. Well, let me know something so I can chop you up. I'll give you a shot. I'm gonna let you speak. And I'm gonna chop your ass up after that. But if you ain't want no smoke, man, I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't know what to tell you. Y'all told me about this Dak thing. I was right on this Dak thing. Hey, Cooper Rush had a bad game. He entitled to it. But he didn't have one today. And I don't hear nobody talking about the quarterback. Why is that? Why is that? Come on, John. You ready for that number, John? Huh? Huh, John? Huh, John? Come on, John. Come let me know how I'm so wrong. Because I know you ain't the only one that think that. So I know you're going to be speaking for a few other people too. So let me know how wrong I am. What? Am I wrong that we sorry? I can't be wrong on that. Am I wrong that Micah's sorry? Man, I can't be wrong on that. Am I wrong that our backup quarterback is better than our starting quarterback, even with physical limitations. I can't be wrong on that, because I got a lot of proof of that too. Oh, what? Diggs is soft? You disagree with me then? Damn, because I got tape on that too. We could take you to the tape. I could take you to the tape, y'all. You know, they said, take me to the water. Take me to the water. Take me to the water to be baptized. I can take you to the film. I could baptize you with X's and O's and Jimmy's and Jones. If that's what you want, man. I say something and I back it up with the film. What you want me to back up today? That Micah ain't do shit? I can back that up. What you want me to back up today too? When people was talking about this offensive line, what getting the job done, and we want to get some hellified defensive ends, and we didn't really feel their pressures till it was time to go ahead and really play from behind? Is that what you want me to prove? Again? Because Cooper Rush, with him not being mobile, he sure had some good time today, and he was able to make some throws today. So what else? So what would you like for me to prove this time? You know? And if you're watching this on the playback, what would you like for me to prove this time that you disagree with what I said today? Because I can bust out the film and show you that what I'm saying ain't no BS. This team suck. Your stars that's heading this team is suck. They suck. They trash. Especially on your defense. And your first round pick. That the only reason why he's still here, gotta be, is because he was a first round pick. And you think that a D tackle needs a little bit more time to develop. But I'm here to tell you, Jerry Jones and Will McClay and Stephen Jones, that, hey, although that is true, this one right here ain't going to develop. Because you should see signs. And I ain't even mad about his holding call at the end. I actually clapped when I see that, like, okay, I see you trying to do what you were drafted for, which was try to go ahead and keep them linebackers free. I wasn't even mad at it. That was a good penalty to me. I can show what you want me to show you that Golston is playing defensive end better than your one who's supposed to be getting paid. Would you like me to show you that? Would you like for me to show you that Overshown, when he blitzes, wins more at a better clip than your so-called star rusher, especially with some of the same circumstances that he's put into? Would you like for me to show you that too? What do you want me to show you? What you want me to show you, man? Oh, man. Oh, man. Solo, man. Hey. It's going to be a long season, man. It's going to be a long season. It ain't, hey, it's going to get ugly. It's going to get ugly. And we see that division, too. Don't we go to Washington this week, if I'm not mistaken? It's an early game, too. So you done played on Monday night. The roof done caved in. You know? Mike McCarthy and them might be a little bit more sleepy because they went to that Jake Paul fight and that Tyson fight. So they a little sleepy. Parson, he was worried about catching the fade instead of catching the fade with the right tackle today. So it's a short turnaround. Short turnaround. Oof. And off a game like this, where shoot, only somebody would probably say is what? At least he didn't quit. I mean, if we say that, then Washington, they ain't been playing well. And they looking to play well. And yeah, them Commanders, they don't win often. So you gonna feel they fans if they whip your ass on Sunday. Because they don't win much, you know? They don't win much. Yeah, man. I just be talking, man. They just be talking, man. They don't come with no proof. They don't come with They'll say some outrageous stuff. That's all. It is what it is. It is what it is. We gave him a shot. He didn't want to come up. He didn't want to come up. We gave him the invitation to discipleship. He didn't want to come up. It's all right. It's all right. This team, we not good. You gonna need free and strong safety coming out this draft. You're gonna need another linebacker, preferably probably a Mike, but you probably can get that in free agency if you chose to spend. I think you need another corner or two. You probably need two corners. You need about two corners. I'm cool. I'm cool with Leofow doing what he do in a limited role. We got Overshown. You don't need a Mike and probably some more depth. You're gonna need 4 or 5 D tackles. So that's something that you're gonna have to address. You have no D tackles, and I would not sign Osa. I would let him walk. Let somebody else pay for him. If you sign him, that's the stupidest move. One of the stupidest move. Probably just as dumb as the Dak move. And I tell you something about that move. Defensive ends. It don't sound like Tank is too much in their favor. And he's probably was the hardest playing defensive end that you had, but he's potentially gone in Dallas. The rookie that you had out of what is it, Illinois? No, was it Illinois, Michigan, Eastern Michigan, or Western, wherever he's from? He ain't all that. He's just a depth piece, but he should be a D tackle. On some real, since he hurt, I'd be telling him, hey, forget all that coming back. I need you to go here. We're gonna put you on IR, and I want you to eat. I want you to go to buffet. I will fatten him. I think that damn, what's the dude name, man? I can't even think of old boy name right now, man. But the DN that we drafted, what, in the second round or whatever, I will fatten him up. I think that he could make a pretty solid defensive tackle. I think he could play a pretty solid 3 tech because he got shock in his hands, and I think his athleticism will serve him best in regards to the inside. I think, man, you might can go ahead. I think you'll get a whole lot more him bulking up. They say he 260, 270 right now. So what's another 30 pounds? I'll do it. But I don't think they're gonna do it. But that could be a solution. Golston, I can keep Dolson as a rotational piece. But 10 snaps, 12, however it go. I can roll with that. But you're gonna have to get defensive ends. Sam Williams, he coming off the injury though, so that's cool. But who knows how you gonna play? Is you gonna be in a 4-3 next year? Is you gonna be in a 3-4? So who know how that's gonna play out, right? Running back. Me personally, I still like Vaughn because this is the same dude Vaughn that I seen bust on Alabama. He bust Alabama ass at Kansas State. So I know that, like I said, if that man was a few inches, if that man was 5'8", and he had about 20 more pounds, 30 more pounds, because the way he built, he'd probably be like 5'8", 205. Bro, that's a first round running back. So it just amazes me how he's limited on the touches that he's get. Just put him in a situation. But I will still keep him. I wouldn't give up on him. But I definitely will probably go ahead and go after 2 running backs. We need to find out about Lance, so we're gonna go ahead and take a step back on the evaluation with that, because I want to see what Lance got. Because if Lance could show me that he can go ahead and potentially be a starter for this team, I'll probably have him learning maybe. All depends how he look. If he showed me that, hey man, it's the future, I'm rolling with him. I'm cutting that. If not, you got a top 10 pick. What you gonna do? You gonna Shador? You gonna Cam Ward it? You gonna Beckett? Now, I don't know, y'all. But one thing I do know is that you need a quarterback that can move and that can go ahead and get them first downs, with his legs. Because a sitting duck, they ain't gonna cut it. Not especially when you in a league that these quarterbacks only looking at half the field majority of the time. Majority of these quarterbacks don't look at the full field. They're half the field. They're taking off. They're RPO, read. It's so basic for them. A lot of them can't even read basic coverages. So we live in a dumbed down quarterback world. So that would be my priority. So my priority would be what the Commanders did with their quarterback. Could we get a quarterback that can make plays with his legs, that's special with his legs? So I'll try to find me a quarterback. If I can find me an elite pocket quarterback, if I can't, if the last didn't work, cool. But more likely, there's probably not an elite pocket quarterback. I'm looking at ones that can make plays with them legs. Offensive line, like I said, you probably set. Even if Zach Martin come, you could probably look at upgrading one of them right spots and keeping one, however you see it. But the left side is set. He just build on that. Wide receiver, I'm definitely investing. I'm investing in wide receiver. I'm investing in playmakers. If I got a borderline tight end, if I got a big old overweight wide receiver, I'm gonna tell him to put 10, 15 pounds on, and I'm gonna make him a tight end. I'm gonna Kelvin Benjamin his ass. I need me to find me an Antonio Gates. Because I know I can find, in today's time, I know I can find me an Antonio Gates. I know I can find me a big old tight end that can move down the field. I know I can find that. If I'm seeing Dalton Kincaid come out, if I'm seeing Laporta come out, I know I can find one. Now, it wasn't this year, but I know I can find one coming up. So I'll be looking out for that. J-Hop, cool, but if I can upgrade, I'm upgrading. Wide receivers, I need about 3 of them. I need 3 of them at least. I need a 2 solidified. I need somebody that can work that slot. Like I said, McConkey, I thought McConkey would have been perfect for this team. Perfect. But what you had in regards to like McConkey, I think having McConkey today you probably win today. Somebody that'll win quick, that could keep the chains moving, that's what you needed. Even like a Downs from the Colts. I think that'd have been cool. Somebody that can work the inside. That'd have been cool. But this team got a lot. Got a lot. What did I say? I said safety, cornerbacker, D tackle. Yeah, I pretty much covered everything. But still, regardless, I still would keep Lance, if starter or not. Because if he could be my backup, if he wanted to be my backup, I'm with it. If he wanted to be my backup, I'm with it. But we got a lot. Tyra, yeah, man. This team fumbling in some of the spots, like Wanye should be playing a little bit more. Because like I said, Wanye probably your best coverage safety. If I'm thinking, unless you consider, I don't think you consider Israel Mukwamo a tweener. So if you consider him safety, it's probably him. But just a pure safety is Wanye. So him not getting more love, don't understand. But it is what it is. You need a lot. I think probably the only thing that's solidified is that you got a good kicker. And you got some good punting. You got a good kicking game. A lot of it's going to determine what you want to do at coach. What you want to do at coach. With direction. And I think in regards to direction, this team needs an offensive-minded coach, a real offensive-minded coach. All this, all this innovative young coach that these people want, no, that's not what this team need. This team need a coach that's not stupid, that can adjust, that puts his players in the best positions to succeed. Whether that be old or young, don't matter. But you need a coach that got a good IQ in regards to seeing that defense. That'll really put his quarterback in the best positions to succeed. That's what this team need. A quarterback that's gonna hide deficiencies. Because no matter who you got at quarterback, whether it be Dak, Lance, or a rookie, your quarterback's gonna have deficiencies. So you need an offensive coordinator that can hide deficiencies. And if you ain't got an offensive coordinator that can hide deficiencies, then you're in trouble. And Mike McCarthy is not an offensive coordinator that can hide deficiencies. Kellen Moore, I've seen people talking about Kellen Moore. He's not a quarterback. He's not a coordinator that can hide deficiencies. He would go ahead and try to upgrade your running game, which will do his best to hide the deficiencies, like what he got, like what he doing with Philly, like Saquon. Like if he didn't have Saquon, Kellen Moore wouldn't be calling no good games with him. But because he got Saquon, that makes his life so much easier. So that's what you hide, because the last time we ran the ball well was with Kellen Moore. When Tony Pollard and Zeke was running their duo, we was running the ball pretty solid. A lot of people disagree, but to me, I thought that we ran the ball a whole lot better than what we did the past couple years. But we need somebody that's gonna hide deficiencies. People talking about Bobby Slovic, he don't hide deficiencies. He's one of them. He's a Kellen Moore type that just run a whole lot of motion, right? Which is what the Texans is doing. So he's pretty much Slovic is Kellen Moore with motion. He Kellen Moore with motion. That's Slovic. Ben Johnson. How do you know Ben Johnson is going to be a good head coach? And Ben Johnson, I'll be honest with you, with the talent you got right now, Ben Johnson wouldn't be good. You would suck with Ben Johnson because you don't have talent. People talking about but Ben Johnson got talent. Ben Johnson said, give me 2 running backs. He went to go get Montgomery from the Bears and drafted the Bama boy. You got Amon-Ra St. Brown. Ain't none of them 3 that I named is pussy. And then you went to go get another Alabama wide receiver. And then you went to go get Lil Porter from Iowa tight end. And then your offensive line is good. They invested in this. And then you got Goff, who got his deficiencies, but he don't fold in a moment, so he can work with that. So before you talk about Ben Johnson, you got to understand that you don't have a Ben Johnson team. You get a Ben Johnson team, then you could talk. Does Ben Johnson got time to wait? Because look at all them other all them other coordinators that thought, like, DeMeco Ryans ain't going to just all the way just come on trees, my G. They thought Robert Saleh was going to do nothing. He ain't do nothing with that team. But DeMeco Ryans became a good coordinator. I think Pierce is a good coach. To me, I think he a good coach. And I would love to have Pierce on here. He maybe not as a head coach, but as a coordinator or a position coach, I would love for Pierce from the Raiders to be over here because I like his mentality. And you need a coach that ain't got no pussy mentality like your players do. You need a coach that's going to coach and coach hard. You need a coach that'll go ahead and tell Micah, hey, look, homie, you suck. And until you work on your game, you will continue to suck. And if you suck, you can't play for me. You need a coach that'll tell them the truth. And right now, you got coaches that don't tell them the truth. You got coaches. Now, I understand that as a coach, you got to work with what you got. But also, it's your job to go ahead and tell these boys the truth. And about Michael Parsons still doing what he doing and talking the way he talk, I know Zim is just trying to go ahead and just maybe try to see what he can do, but he not coaching him, though. Zim not coaching him. And that was one of the things that we talked about in the offseason that we was going to watch for. Zim ain't coaching him. I would love just 1 hour in that film room to see what Zim says to him when he sees him play. Because I don't think Zim talking to him. The fact that Michael Parsons still plays the same like he did with Quinn, Zim ain't coaching him. He not coaching him. He just letting him play. When he said that stupid stuff talking about pit bull, man, you don't even bark. How you a pit bull? You don't even bark. Questions to be answered, huh? But all right, y'all, man. I'm up out of here, man. Till the next time, y'all. We gone.